Recently in Borno State, some people lost their homes. And believe me when I say it was not due to insurgency. Hello again. You are welcome to Climate with Amina. Now, for most people, when they hear climate change, they just think na heat now, flooding, extreme weather events. But no, climate change also has health impacts too. Heat, for instance, can lead to heat related illnesses like heat stroke, heat exhaustion. And you see, older adults and very young children below the age of 5 are especially vulnerable to this temperature, to this heat, hot environment. Also, people with health conditions, they are more vulnerable to this rising temperature, so to say. Warmer temperature also creates favorable conditions for disease vectors, for example, mosquito, leading to malaria. In just 2024 alone, Nigeria recorded over 68 million malaria cases. Now think about me and you that did not go to the hospital. I mean, we were not part of these recorded cases. And out of these 68 million cases, there were over 195,000 deaths due to malaria. Every year, Nigeria records somewhere around 160 to 180,000 malaria deaths from malaria. Now, just because flooding due to climate change is not your mate, it can decide to bring in shit from another person's compound to your own house to contaminate your water source and create disease outbreak like cholera. Sometime around 2014, there was a cholera outbreak in Lagos that led to the death of some persons. Again, recently in Borno State, there was a cholera outbreak. About 8,500 cases were recorded, and out of this, I think there was over 200 deaths due to this cholera outbreak. Also, in Jos, there were over 100 recorded cases and over 20 deaths from cholera outbreak. Now, apart from cholera and malaria, we also have a rising important aspect of human health, and that's mental health. Now, natural events like flooding could lead to mental health problem. For instance, imagine sleeping in your house and waking up or going to work, coming home and realizing that you are not being able to tell the difference between your sitting room from your bedroom or your bedroom from your kitchen. Why? Because flood has taken over. That was what happened recently in Borno State. People lost their homes. In fact, crocodiles from water bodies found their way into people's homes. Now, in that note, there are some persons that their means of livelihood, farming is their means of livelihood. These people have stored grains already in their homes, and flood comes and just destroys everything. Now, imagine you being a homeowner. In the morning, you decide what you want to eat. You decide that, oh, your breakfast will be different from your lunch from your dinner. And then you lose your home, not to talk of the ones that lost their loved ones apart from homes. And then these people have to move to IDP camps. And in the IDP camp, you as a homeowner, someone else decides what you want. In fact, conditions decide what you want to eat. You have to queue up to get food. You have to queue up to get water. Imagine the trauma that comes with it. Some people develop PTSD after this. And again, there is also the risk that is associated with IDP camps, gender based violence, crimes, bullying, and all sorts. So you see, climate change has not just physical impact, it also has health impact too. And mental health is also part of it.